Hey everybody, I'm Brooks.
And I'm Jelani.
And together we are Go Figure Reviews Maximum.
Yeah, snickety snick
maximum.
maximum.
Yeah, because we have to go maximum mode because we're doing the maximum series figure. This is Spider-Man, which is, I believe this is supposed to be the first.
This is the very first one. We didn't get this one first, though. Yeah. We got the Hulk first.
Yeah, we got the Hulk first, but like this guy was apparently before him, but
yeah,
he's here now.
We couldn't get a hold of him, and finally we did.
Yeah.
So here is the review. Everyone has reviewed this to death, but Go Figure Reviews hasn't.
Yeah, we haven't done it yet, so it hasn't been done.
That's right.
You know it. But yeah, here he is. And, you know, I love the idea of the Maximum series. They're like, you know, kind of the best version of the character that they can do in a figure form. I think the idea is all right. And he comes with a decent spread, it looks like.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of effects.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still need a stand.
Yeah.
Or backgrounds nice. Or something cool. I don't know. Yeah. There's a lot to be desired, especially for the price. The price is like the point of this.
He's pricey.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the side you can see there's a Spider-Man. He's crouching like a spider can. And on the back we have Spider-Man doing his swinging around on webs.
Yeah.
He swings on webs. He's a man. Yeah. He's kind of spiderish. There's a barcode right there.
Yeah. Need the barcode.
And some various other words and such. So yeah, he looks pretty good. Like, you know, he is pretty pricey, but I don't know, man. He looks like he might be worth it. But before we make that judgment, first we have to see what's inside.
All right, and here we have all of the accessories for this Maximum series Spider-Man. It's Maximum.
Yeah, I mean he comes with the stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Yeah, going through this real quick, we're gonna go through the web lines. So it's got web lines.
Yeah. Which should come with every Spider-Man.
Every Spider-Man should come with this. That is insane that you don't. I don't know how they connect. I don't know what they do, but I think you can wrap them around and do cool things with them. It's not bendy wire, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
You can finagle it, though.
Yeah, always. Yeah, same goes with the other.
Too.
Yeah, there are two. There are two. I like the wiring. I like that a lot. That's very nice. Yeah, the spindling is nice. Also, there is a web shield, which looks pretty good. I like that. I like the detail in it.
The powers of the Spider-Man do seem very focused on the kind of like Marvel versus Capcom era Spider-Man.
It is.
Do shit like make web shields.
Yeah. And he's got like the clip for it, of course.
Yeah.
Not too bad. I mean, web shield, yeah. It's definitely Marvel vs. Capcom vibes. And back here, we're also going to do the open web, like the crabby web, like the I'm going to get you, Gwen. I'm going to grab you. You know, it's got to be
with my web hand.
Yeah. It's so cute. I like it. I like it a lot. And on the other side, there is some web ball or web shot.
We would just throw wads of webbing at people.
Yeah.
And web them up.
And it's got a tiny hole in it somewhere. There it is.
Yeah.
The hole there where you can put the stand on it. I think the other one you can just loop in. But this one is just in the stand.
It's nice to give you a stand at least for the web things. But
it's not too bad.
Nice to give you a stand for the figure too.
Yeah, I would love a stand for the figure. That would make a lot of sense. And going to some other stuff, there is the lovely, lovely Spider Sense.
So does it clip on the head, it looks like?
Just clips on the head. Looks like it's plastic. I think this is the front of it. You can just clip it on the top. We'll show that in a little while. And he's got a lot of hands, tons of hands. He's got grippy hands for the webs that he can fly on and whatnot. He also has a pair of flipping hands because he's freaking Spider-Man. He's got all the way through flip and kind of partial. I'm still flipping, getting there. But he doesn't do it perfectly all the time. So
yeah,
it's good though.
Even Spider-Man's not perfect.
Yeah. the line work is kind of weak in the bottom, but I'm not really complaining. It's okay. And then we've got some open palmy hands.
Like wall crawling hands.
Yep, the wall crawling hands. The usual hands we normally get with Spider-Man. And plus, if it's good, if they're good hands and he's weighted properly, you can actually stand him on his hands. And you use these to do that. If you're a longtime Hasbro pizza Spidey connoisseur like ourselves, you know.
Of course.
You know, you're supposed to do that. Anyway, let's go to this goofy ass head. Why not? This is Peter Parker.
He looks fine. He looks like Peter Parker.
Yeah, I guess. I like the big doughy eyes, though. It's something about the lips and the eyes for me that oh, that's weird. It's okay though. He's got a little tuft in the back.
Of course.
Look at that.
Peter
That's
Parker's
the gel hair. Yeah, he gels back his hair. You can totally tell.
He's a Dapper Dan man.
He is. And then out here, we'll go back and I'll show these whipping hands too.
So got some web shooting.
So it's got web shooting and then whipping while web shooting. Those look good. And then I'll go to these like gloveless hands where he shows his web shooter how they look, you know, in case he didn't get the chance to put his gloves on, or he's just testing out stuff, or changing web cartridges. There's a ton of things you can do with these. All the looks that come with it would be pretty cool.
I have to give it to it. It does give you the maximum amount of Spider-Man stuff.
You get a lot of Spider-Man stuff. And last but not least, the other Spider head. This kind of looks McFarlane-esque because he's like kind of winking but kind of not.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the line work in that too. It's not all segmented and gross. Thank goodness. I got a good paint job on this one.
Mm-hmm.
He looks very good. I like it. Like I said, one eye is bigger than the other eye. That McFarlane look. I think that's what they were going for. So yeah, I mean, he's got a decent spread. I will say that. It's a lot of stuff. They give you a lot to work with. But still, it would have been nice to come with a stand with it as well. Because they make all these Hasbro stands. Why not for the price point?
Yeah, just go on maximum, they go all out.
Yeah.
So look out. Here comes the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And here he is out of the box. And like off the bat, I gotta say, I love the color scheme they chose.
Yeah.
For this figure.
Is a good color.
Yeah, it's got like the dark blue, so it's not like too cartoony. Like he feels like the 90s comic book version. I think is the most what seems like they were going for aesthetics wise. It's definitely the costume from the 90s. So yeah, he looks pretty good. But when it comes to Spider-Man, it's like how much can I pose him? How far can his head go up? Pretty good. He's got this neck. He's got that neck joint.
Yeah.
I like it. So you can have him looking pretty good.
He looks very far up.
Yeah. And the arms, of course, like the limbs are where it's at with Spider-Man's, right? He's got everything you could expect from a Spider-Man. He's got that fancy pants shoulder joint. Woo!
That butterfly is nice.
Yeah. Of course. You want to give him the maximum amount of movement. Of course, he's got the old bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows, of course. Mm-hmm.
Pinless.
Except nothing less at this point. And the wrist is pretty good as well. Of course, you can bend it back. Well, I don't think you can with the fist, but I think the different hands probably can. Midsection is pretty good too. You want to be able to bend Spider-Man in a lot of ways when he's web swinging. Mm-hmm. Of course, legs. Legs are important as well. He's got a little drop down.
He's got that drop down, son. Oh, the wall crawling that can happen. He better Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I think he can almost Jean-Claude.
Oh.
I don't think he can quite make it.
Boo. Maybe the drop down will help.
He might be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but of course you want to be able to have him in like the crouching poses because that was popular in the McFarlane era. So yeah, he's got the best legs you could expect from a Spider-Man. Of course, he's got that thigh. He's got the double jointed knees, of course, and your typical ankle. He's got the boot cut as well.
Yeah.
Like
something
go all
Jean
out.
Grey doesn't have. Yeah.
They went all out with him, and you give him the toe joint too, which is nice because, like, it's good to have that toe joint for this era Spider-Man. Because McFarlane was always drawing him these like weird crouching poses.
Yeah.
So,
He always had it set up this way. And it looks just like a McFarlane figure. Like a McFarlane Spider-Man page out of the comic. I'm shocked.
Yeah, he looks really good.
I was gonna trash this thing, but I mean, looking at him and playing with him, he is awesome.
Yeah, he is fun. Like, there's all kinds of possibilities you can do with him. And he comes with all the extras too, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it seems I'm having trouble standing this son of a bitch. Damn you, Spider-Man. Why didn't you help me, Spider-Man?
He stands.
There we go. Yeah.
I like it. You did it. All right, and here we have him in just one of the many poses you can get him in.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That it looks very decent, actually. I'm very surprised at the actual like look of him, as well as the posability.
Yeah.
You get all the angles, you get everything you need, and this is just one pose. I mean, there are tons of them that you could do, and we might show some of them in the slideshow.
I would hope so.
I mean, that's the plan.
Yeah. So we have Spider-Man and Spider-Man.
There's some Spider-Man.
Another Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's 3 Spider-Men together for the first time. Well, maybe not the first time, but on the left, of course, we have basically my Spider-Man. I've had him like forever, and like I've never replaced him, despite the fact that he's really old.
He is very
old. He still functions pretty well. Like he's the pre-Legends, I believe, Spider-Man from like when they were making like
Spider-Man Legends.
Yeah, Spider-Man Legends, basically. Mm-hmm. That's where it started before they branched out into the other Marvel stuff. So, yeah, he's pretty old, but he's still a goodie. Like I think he works pretty well. He has decent articulation, like really good for his time articulation. But I don't think he's quite as good as this new guy. But on the right, we have yours, right?
Yeah, this is my Spider-Man. This is like my Spider-Man for the longest time. It was a Toy Biz, but it was like in a Spider-Man wave of figures. So you get in a Spider-Man, and he came with like a little camera. I don't know if he was flash
he's
shot.
Pretty good, but he has that lighter blue, kind of more cartoony looking blue.
He's Spider-Man and Amazing Friends Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's the 80s Spider-Man.
Yeah, still iconic.
Yeah, I used this Spider-Man as my Avenger setup for the longest time. He was hanging from the gargoyle head from the movie Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That was him.
Oh,
yeah, so he's like one of my favorites.
Yeah,
and he's
nice.
very nicely articulated as well.
Yeah, but I think I always preferred the darker blue. The comic book Spider-Man. But if you're a real Spider fan, you'd have to have both.
Yeah, sure. All right, and here's the debate. These are the things that we were talking about. Who has the best articulation out of all these Spider-Men?
Probably this new one, to be honest.
You're gonna say the new one?
Yeah,
you're about right.
I haven't been keeping up with the Spider-Man as much lately, though.
There are a lot of amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The one on the far end, this is the Amazing Fantasy. This was the original kind of Amazing Fantasy 15 Spider-Man.
He's got the web cape thing, though, does he?
Yeah, I don't know if I added that myself. I think I added that myself because I have another Spider-Man. I put that on. It happens. Yeah, and sometimes I like to jazz them up. Of course, this is the retro card back Spider-Man. It's the Steve Ditko eyes. This was the first one where we were like, posability, what the crap? It was this one first and then that one, but I wanted to put on this way because there's also on this side the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man, and this one was supposed to beat this one in every way. Like it has its own things going on, whatnot, but none of these have toe articulation for real, except for
like
that feller.
Yeah.
And this is the difference between this one and this one on a lot of different scales. But this guy has all the things you need.
Yeah.
Wide butterfly joints, that stomach joint. Now, he turns it here, but not there. So it's fine. That's still a problem for me. But at the same time, I'm willing to accept it for how deep it can go. So it's so much fun to play with. It really is. I'm just saying that these predecessors came up for this one to fly.
Yeah.
And he's not trash. I mean, I thought he would be in some form or fashion, but he's not.
Yeah, he's not too bad.
Okay, and editor Jelani here, just adding something to the conversation. Of course, I would be remiss not to add my favorite articulated Spider-Man, period. And that is this Superior Spider-Man from an older Legends set. I think it was like the Green Goblin wave. It was the new Green Goblin from, I think, Ultimate Green Goblin. He looks goofy, yes. He's got big old hands and big old feet. But I think, personally, this is one of the most articulated Spider-Man ever made. And I'm trying to see if the new guy can do this. Why would he? But let's see. Kind of, sort of, but not. Like, he's close. But I think even if I tried to push him back even further, I don't think he can do that. So, I mean, this one still reigns supreme to me. He is awesome, even though he's got weird hands and articulation. I really wish that we could have gotten this figure as a Spider-Man a lot more often. I don't know. He needs that oomph. I still appreciate this Spider-Man. This is still my dude. I wish they'd made a regular Spider-Man of this guy. I mean, our Maximum's good. Don't get me wrong. And he's got extra joints and all the fun stuff. But I will never be torn. That's my guy. That's my guy.
And here our Spider-Man is with kind of the breakout star of the 90s. Venom. Yeah, Venom was like a big deal back in the days. Yeah, he was like kind of the he started out as kind of like a weird kind of stalker for Spider-Man, and eventually turned into kind of this goofball weirdo. And he's come a long way, that Venom.
Yeah.
But he was originally just a guy who kind of got the cast-off symbiote suit that Spider-Man rejected. He was mad. The symbiote was mad. And he was mad at Spider-Man. It happens sometimes.
A little bit.
Sometimes evil aliens don't like you and try to kill you.
Yep.
And then they get better. So yeah, the one on the left, I don't remember this guy.
That's the first Eddie Brock that we got from Marvel Legends. I cannot remember if it was a Build-A-Figure or not, but he comes with the Eddie Brock head, I believe. I've got several of these, but this is the first one that came out. I like the Sinister Smile one.
Yeah.
He's got the slobbery tongue too.
He looks more like the one we remember from back in our days where Venom was like a jack dude, but he wasn't like huge. He wasn't kind of monster like the other Venom, of course, which is one on the right.
Yeah. That's like the Venom repaint of the Monster Venom, the Matt Gargan Venom.
Yeah.
He's repainted into that monster.
Yeah, he was a Build-A-Figure, but they redid him for like a special figure thing.
Yeah.
As I recall, yeah, I got this guy. He's pretty nice. He is kind of like, I guess the 2010s style of Venom.
Yeah.
Where he's like bulky and huge, massive. But yeah, they're all pretty cool. But I don't know. I don't think any of them could really reach the kind of articulation that our new Spidey here has.
Very true. Damn it, Parker. You never get any pictures of Spider-Man. Why are you dressed like him right now? So
Peter, been hanging out with your pal Spider-Man?
And you need to come in, Peter, and get your wheat cakes. They're ready. But yeah, here we go with Peter Parker just wearing his costume out in public.
Parker, why are you dressed up like Spider-Man?
Give me pictures of him. It's wild. But yeah, that head goes along well with the animated series versions of Aunt May and J. Jonah Jameson. I like them a lot. I was surprised. I thought I wouldn't like this head as much. He does look goofy.
Yeah, well, but Peter Parker is a goofy guy.
He's a goofy guy. I get it. Like they made him ultra handsome after a while.
Yeah.
In the head sculpts, but we'll show some head sculpts all in the pictures, but probably in the slideshow. I'll show you some pictures of different heads on this body.
Yeah, there are a lot of Spider-Man.
There are a lot.
So here's the other Maximum Series figure we've gotten so far. This is a Hulk, who is pretty good, but kind of disappointing in a way.
Yeah, he's not the best.
Yeah, I feel the Spider-Man is a little more impressive than he is. And I thought he was all right. But I kind of feel the same about the Spider-Man in a lot of ways. I don't know. It's complicated. I'm conflicted inside.
Yeah,
it's like a telenovela. It's like, do I love Spider-Man or do I love Hulk more?
Right. I mean, I like them both in their own ways.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it's the price for me.
Yeah, it's like the price too damn much.
Like, this shouldn't, but these respectively should not be $70 and $80.
Oh yeah,
right. Or $50 to $70. I think the Spider-Man should be at least $35.
Yeah, I'd put him at 40.
40
because of all the extras.
Yeah, you get extras. But it's a little steep for these figures. That's the main problem. And like, there's certain things that they should have done that they didn't do. Yeah. I'm not kicking over the Spider-Man though.
Yeah, like I think the Spider-Man is like a good first start. But I think it needed just a little bit more. And the Hulk was a little disappointing, but it did have its aspects that I really liked. So I don't know.
Yeah,
it's like the Maximum Series, like so far they've been good, but not as good as I would like.
Yeah. All right. So all in all, I really like this figure.
Yeah, same here. Like,
I thought I was gonna hate it. I thought I was gonna like trash it. I've been thinking about this figure for a while, and a lot of people got to review it, and I didn't watch any of those reviews because I wanted to do my own looky-loo and see what was going on. And now, after finally playing around with it, moving it around, putting it in different poses, I love this figure.
Yeah, he is a lot of fun.
He is very fun. And of course, we give figure points out here. And Brooks, how many figure points would you give this Maximum Series Spider-Man?
I'd give it a 4.5.
4.5?
Yeah.
Okay. 4.5 is okay. That's fairly decent for what it is. I'm gonna give it a 4. I'll give 4 figures. Because it's the price. It's the price.
And they could have had, like, if they put a stand in, I probably would have forgiven the price.
Yeah, this is clearly a $40 figure. Yeah. I would say, I agree with you. I would say $40 plus they should give us a stand. The stand that he has behind him that's holding him up.
And even the original came with like
it gives you a background, a base.
Yeah, it's like the spider signal.
Yeah. That's insane. They don't even try to give you stuff like that anymore.
Yeah, it's the good old days, man.
Yeah.
It used to be better.
And it was Toy Biz. Yeah. It was Toy Biz, not Hasbro. Well, guys, of course, tell us what you think in the comments. How many figure points would you give this figure? A lot of people have this now, so please tell us in the comments what you think. I'm going to take a lot of pictures, a lot of poses. This is going to be a while. Hopefully, it'll be one of the longest, like, slideshows that we've done. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, this is a guy I could see you playing around with for a while. You get him all kinds of crazy poses with this fella.
He's insane. So yeah, thanks again, guys, for watching. And of course, get out there and go figure.